Hey YouTube, it is King again. It's good to see you. Um, we just finished Mono Green Aggro, and now we're on to Mono Black Aggro. I'm doing three, possibly just these two, but gonna shoot for three aggro decks tonight. We're recording them all, gonna put them all on YouTube, so if you miss one, it's gonna be right there, no big deal. I am streaming this on Twitch. If you saw at the opening screen there, that is the times that'll be on. Let me go back to it real quick. So I am on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is Mountain Time. Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. is what I shoot for. At the very minimum, that is the times I'll be on. I should be on more than that, though. Okay, now that we are back, so Mono Black Aggro. Why Mono Black Aggro? Well, the card Aether Gust is pretty prevalent in the format, and that says green or red. And Mono Black doesn't have green or red in it, so it kind of bypasses that. And it's an aggressive deck that tries to basically put Demonic Embrace, a new card from M21, +3/+1, onto Rotting Regisaur. And just hit them for 10, hit them for 10. Call it a game. It's like a 1-2 combo basically. You might have seen this before where Rotting Regisaur with the card Embercleave was good. I would argue this is not as good, but it's pretty devastating. If you can kind of get into some sort of, you do a few damage to them here and there, you should only need one attack with Demonic Embrace, but if you need two is usually all you need. I think of it as like a smaller Embercleave. So, before we get into the video, I would just like to say please subscribe, comment. The comments that I'm looking for are things to improve my stream. This is a new stream software that I am currently using. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. Hopefully there's no crazy issues, and this will go on YouTube just fine. That is my little pitch there, so let's go right into it. We're going to be doing best of 3. We're going to be doing 3 matches with this. Considering it's an aggressive deck, this shouldn't be too long. Nice. Yeah, this hand's pretty solid. Even putting Demonic Embrace on like the Blacklands Paragon here seems pretty scary. Keep this. I believe he was on the play, correct? Yeah. Well, trying a second one before it lands not amazing, but could be worse, could be worse. So it looks like we're reversing some sort of control player. Since we're only going to be able to cast one spell anyway, I'm going to wait on his turn to play Blacklands. Nothing. Interesting. Teferi? Growth Spiral. Sure. I think I do this in response of that. Okay, pretty sweet. Because we're hitting for more than 4, I'm just going to slam some knights. They're going to get bigger on hand step. And we went from kind of an anemic board to a pretty scary board pretty quick. Initially I thought he was playing Wraths, but we'll see. It might be blue. Yeah, I'm not sure. No reason to put one creature as a big threat by putting Embrace. We're just going to go to combat. Let's go to attack, see what he does. The pump is always pretty threatening. So it looks like he is probably gonna just trade with Paragon here. It's probably the safest play. Blocks the most damage, guaranteed. But then this is the greedy play, because it sticks around for another turn. Yeah. Now that basically says it's forcing me to tap the mana. I don't think we do. Actually, no, I have to, because otherwise they don't trade. So he's forcing my hand here, basically. That's fine. I was kind of tempted. I really wanted to play Spawn there. But the way he blocked there kind of makes me feel like he has some sort of wrath. I'm not sure why else he would block that way. Yeah, the safest block is block Paragon, because it blocks pretty much the most amount of damage possible. Does guarantee a trade. Okay, so all the dresses are coming in. Removals coming out. At least one Embrace is coming out. This is coming in because he plays Uro. And then probably just Embrace. I want to bring in some number of Noxious Grasps. Maybe? I don't know. If he plays like a dragon, I want to kill it. This is tough. I think it's like Heartless Act, some number of Eliminates, and like a Grasp. I don't think we really need the Embrace here. I'm not exactly sure what we're reversing yet, but we'll find out. Okay, so we got a Duress on 1 into probably a Paragon on 2. I don't like to play Knight unless... Actually, we might play Knight on 1 here. I'm not really worried too much about what 2 mana play he has. It's mostly about what he's going to play on 4. Yeah. So perfect draw. So we are going to Duress and figure out from here. So he's playing some sort of 4-color shenanigans. He kept an Aether Gust, no idea why. Does he have white? Does not have white. Does not have white. So we just take Typhoon? Question mark? Justice Strike doesn't even kill Knight of Ebon Legion. It does kill Spawn of Mayhem. So still no white. Okay. So go to combat, attack all. Play this close combat. Goes to you. Did he find a white land? Nope. Maybe this is some sort of like rec deck splashing white. Maybe it's playing Teferi as well. That would not surprise me. This looks like a shark for 3. Why did he keep Aether Gust in? I'm not sure. This should just be a shark tree. Not sure what else he would be doing. Okay. See what he does. Safest block is Gutter Bones. Interesting. I've yet to see a Wrath, so I'm going to play straight into the 4-mana Wrath. Wipe all of my creatures. Flame Sweep. So you're copying it? Okay. It's one way to get it done, I guess. We're just gonna play this as a 5/5. Because it dodges Uro, it dodges Aether Gust, dodges Justice Strike. You should be able to Uro here. Hey, we got another follower. Thank you very much. Strixfire TV, appreciate the follow. It's good to have you here. Currently, we are playing a Mono Black Aggro list. We are recording on YouTube. Playing 3 aggro lists today. This is my... Okay, will do. Okay, can do. It's good to have you here regardless. Let's see here. Definitely going to combat, definitely attacking through Uro. If this was one more, we'd leave it back and block that. Streaming's been pretty good. Strixfire TV. I just started like just over a week ago, like I would say like 9 days ago or so. It's been a pretty crazy ride. It's had its ups and downs. I've learned a lot. I feel like something I didn't think I would enjoy, but I have, is the artsy stuff, like on YouTube, you know, like the thumbnails and trying to like figure stuff out, and like in the OBS, like I made this circular and just like random stuff like that. I just have really been enjoying quite a bit. So the actual streaming for streaming's sake, it's been good. For me, I started streaming personally just because I was doing it anyway. And, well, not streaming, but playing this competitively anyway, and it was just something to kind of add on. And, so where's he now? Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. I feel like I'm able to do what I want to do, and it's kind of nice. You know, there's always the build-up part. It's kind of tough, you know. I'm not saying that I want to get, like, tons of followers or get, like, super big or anything, but, I did started to kind of like talk with people and, you know, build a little community. So the beginnings has been a little rough. Exactly. 100%. For me, it's more of a why not kind of thing. So this is a teamer rec player splashing white. Just gonna turn my creature sideways. Play this. Yeah, beginnings are pretty rough. I don't mind it though. I don't really view it as a grind because I'd be playing Magic anyway. It's just more of a learning. It's the learn of the curve. You know, it's the stuff you wouldn't really know ahead of time, but now you know, kind of things. When you get to the sub button, I've never gotten to the sub button before, so I don't really know how I'll feel. But the main goal for me is kind of enjoy the ride more than anything else. I have thought about if I do get to the sub button, what will I do with subs if I get them? And for me, I think I'm going to put some sort of tracker, maybe like up here, where it talks about, because I'm not going to get a full sub, it would be, you know, a percentage of it or whatever, like $4 or something like that. And I would track it all, and then every single penny that I get, I'm going to put back into the stream in some way. I know that some people do that, but, you know, obviously I'm in the military, I get paid, you know, okay. And for me, this is more of a hobby than anything. So I like the idea of putting people's money that they put toward me for the entertainment back right, you know, right back into it. Yeah, heck yeah. And if you you get paid in the military, every once in a while, you know, you just gotta wait for that stimulus package to come in the mail, and then you get paid. Um, but I don't know. When I joined, I was promised deployments. I've been on one deployment in almost like 6 years. I feel like that's pretty common though. That NCO pay isn't too good. The NCO pay is okay. I did not think it equates to the amount of work you have to do, and you have to stay late. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain and everything like that. It's you know, it is what it is. I feel like every job has the, you know, the pluses and the minuses, and the E4 Mafia life. Yeah, when I first put on Senior Airman, I thought I was going to not want to make staff, but then I realized I enjoyed, I like money. So, okay, now that we know more of like what he is a Teamer deck splashing white for probably Teferi and some earlier removal. So get rid of this, get rid of this. I wish I had some sort of enchantment removal. I think this is probably the best. Yeah, let's just do it this way. I think I'll make it this year. If you studied, I think you'll make it. I think the people that studied are like 70% to make it, because I think the majority don't study or say they study, but really they don't. Like, they just study a little bit. So if you study and you put in the work, I think you'll know you're gonna make it before Mythos and will work on the sideboard. I don't think so, because I think that kills only creatures if you don't play green and white. If you don't play the Abzan colors. Yeah, 3-mana destroy and target if you play Abzan, black, green, white, or whatever it is. Do I play this now and play around any kind of counterspell? No. I don't want to let him know what's going to happen. I studied my first year and missed it by 1, haven't studied since. You missed it by 1 point? Yeah, it's a little rough. And you're a bad studier. That's kind of like what I mean though, is like, if you join the military, no offense to people including myself, you probably don't enjoy studying. it's not really why you joined. So the people who do study, put in that time, put in the grind, are much more likely to make it. So I feel like the military in general is very much so about rewarding the people that don't join for that reason, kind of thing. Wow, he is playing Kenrith, and we have no way to kill that. I guess we have Rankle sacrifice a creature. Yeah. I joined the military, you're treated with dignity and respect. Then you should have joined as an officer, my good friend. You should have definitely joined as an officer. So we're going to be doing all 3 modes, or just these 2 modes I should be saying. So discard a card. Oh, and lots of free time? Oh, you joined the military for lots of free time? I did too. But for some reason, don't treat me with respect. I feel like bumping someone's hand definitely needs to be earned. Okay, so we're currently 1-0 with Mono Black. We versed a teamer rec player who's splashing white. I think that's fine. I actually think that, you know, if you're going 3 color, might as well go 4. It strains the mana a bit, you know, kind of like when we saw he only had green, white, red. He didn't, or what is it? Green, blue, red. He didn't have the white. So if it's more of a splash, that's fine. No. I am 1-0. The first one doesn't count. It was a it was a practice match. I did 1 practice match with on green earlier. I did 1 practice match with on a black. Just kind of feel out the deck. Currently, we're 1-0 with it. So Strixfire TV. Sure, you've earned it on occasion, and I've also, you know, given you a little fist bump on occasion, but you know, you can't do it all the time. Otherwise, it doesn't make it special. So this is a fine hand here. Termagant, have you tried Mono Black yet? Oh man, I haven't versed this deck in a while. Teamer Adventures, probably? Come back to swings already? Yeah, the plane is in a few months or so. I'm actually looking forward to that. So... Huh, this is pretty rough. Yeah, I think... Man, this is rough. A 2/2 doesn't do anything here, and it just dies to Bone Crusher Giant, which he plays 4 of. I'm not playing it yet. And honestly, I might even not play it as a 3/3. Okay, now that we drew that one, we're going to play it as a 3/3. We're also going to be playing it as a 5/5, probably. This seems pretty rough. We just don't have... Actually, we do have quite a bit of removal in the main, like 5 spells. Scotty's leading for 3s. Yeah, being back there is pretty rough alone. So, you know, 4-0 in best of 3. Thought it was the best deck. Haven't won with it since. Huh. I have not really seen it too much in best of 3. Talking about Mono Black. I feel like it is positioned well, but Mono Red has Embercleave, and then Mono Green just has better creatures. So it's kind of like stuck in a weird spot. Mono Black is good if you think there's a lot of Aether Gust in the main deck, basically. I think that's it. Like, if you want to be faster, play Mono Red. If you want to play better creatures, play Mono Green. Trixfire, I think you got this though. Do I play Commander? No, I don't really play Commander. Honestly, I've been asked before and I've thought about it. I actually bought decks. I think I've sold them since. My wife and I used to play a little bit. But for me, it's the competitive edge that gets me into Magic. I really enjoy um, the chess-like feel of it. And Commander is much more about just kind of dirtling around and playing with friends and things like that. If I was going to play with friends and just relax, I would buy a box of whatever, M21 and have like, Term McGurk come on over and we would just like draft. And that's what I would enjoy personally more than Commander. Because Commander, you spend a lot of money on one deck and you play that one deck a lot and with a lot of your friends. And for me, I like variety and I like things changing up. I don't think we block this. No, we don't block this. Let's see, any other format was super expensive. I would agree that other formats are really expensive, but like here's an example. I have a standard deck in front of me, and I bought it on a whim. It was like $100, and 40 something dollars of it is the mana, and the mana is not gonna like change or anything. So I spent $6 on a deck I haven't even played. But I like the idea that I could. It's not updated to M21, but it's like 6 cards or something has to be changed. The majority of standard isn't expensive, it's the mana, and the expensive decks you don't have to play. Mono red is usually always a good deck, at least it has been the last few years. Is that Rakdos? Yeah, it is Rakdos. This is literally a Rakdos deck. Man, so I'm gonna attack here. We're not winning the long game. So we do some damage, which is nice. Does trade off. We're gonna play a giant Stone Cold Serpent. So 6. Yeah, we're just gonna place for 6. Monogreen Omnath. I mean, the new Omnath that's Teamer colors is pretty cool too. I believe it's an Omnath. Yeah, it's an Omnath. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, everyone has what they enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with Commander. Commander is definitely a format that deserves to be there. I just prefer... Huh. I think we're just dead if we don't block this, right? Does he have any other 1/1s? If I block this, he's not going to draw cards. I'm going to go... So this cost 4, I'd be taking 2. So we're dead to a Bone Crusher Giant if we block this. Sad is sad is sad. Let's see. It's a different style, doesn't suit everyone though, but Omnath deck has many different win cons. Yeah, I'm not saying that Commander is... Oh wow, we're dead to it regardless. That was cool. Let's go into the sideboard games here. Yeah, Commander decks can be fun, interesting, change things around. But if your deck's really good and you win a lot, then people won't want to play with you in Commander. And in Standard, if your deck, or in any competitive format, if your deck is good and it keeps winning, people want to play you more generally, not less, because they want to be able to beat that good deck. And in Commander, it's more of a, if your deck is too good compared to the field, they don't want to play with you. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan on that. So what am I scared of here? They're playing small creatures I want to kill. Big creatures I want to kill. 8 cards. I don't think this is good here, so 4 cards. Gutter Bones is like never getting in there. Black Blacklands Paragon is pretty good against their big, huge creatures. What flyer should they have? Actually, this getting bounced is just terrible, so I don't want that. I think this is fine. So you didn't win much because your deck didn't cost a lot? Yeah, I mean, some people would say that even about like standard and stuff, but this is fine. I think Magic's more about getting what you want out of it because it offers so much, so many different formats, so much diversity, and whatever your niche is, you know, have fun with it, stick with it, and don't let people, you know, tell you otherwise, kind of thing. Yeah, that's kind of what it's exactly what I mean. Starfire X TV is where if your commander deck is too good, people don't want to play with you. And for me, I'm like super, super competitive. So the idea of building this awesome, even if it's janky, if I turned it into an awesome deck and people have been like, oh, we don't want to play with you because your deck's too good, is kind of crazy to me. But if your standard deck or your modern deck or your historic deck is really good, people want to play with you because they want to be able to beat that deck. So it's just a different mindset. It's like a different kind of niche. And Commander to me is much more about the friendship, the politics, and the enjoying of being around each other. It's almost like playing D&D. Like it's more about the relaxing atmosphere and then just chilling, which is fine too. How do I kill this without just spending a kill spell on it? That was kind of gross, but it is what it is. Let's see here. The one sometimes turn 3 is boring. I just enjoy the table talk and bonding over it. Yeah, 100%. The politics is why I don't like Commander. So I can... I can Rankle, send them both in. He doesn't have any good blocks. Yeah, this is fine. Just trying to get as much pressure as possible. So here we're just going to have each player draws a card. Yeah, the politics of like, you know, don't attack him, I'll attack him, you know, oh, he has, you know, more creatures out, let's attack him. It's less about like good stuff going on and more about not being part of the stuff that's too good. If that makes any sense. He's just dead, right? Yeah, he's just dead. That's fine. Trent McGurn, did you ever play Commander? No, right? You just played like kitchen table Magic, and then eventually turned into Arena. Eventually, right? Yeah, you never played Commander. Yeah, Commander is a different beast on its own for sure. So I like what we did there. We just kind of a tempo aggressive, kill this stuff, attack. It was kind of embarrassing to have to trade Black Lance for a 1/1. I'm very sick obsessed with Arena. You should get Strixfire TV into Arena. We can play that with COVID around. Hmm. All of his spells are also creatures, so I can't bring this in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The last four is very much so up in the air. You play Stream Escape from Tarkov mainly? What's that about? Is that on on Steam, or what kind of what's that called? Client uses that? I've never heard of that before. Termagant, I feel bad because I pretty much got you onto Arena, and I don't know how much you've spent so far, but it's probably like hundreds, right? I got you into the addiction. Well, zero lands into zero lands. Um, Probably like 300 so far. Let's see here. Man, this is so sick. We have the one removal spell that can't kill that 5/5. Yeah, Termagant, like, I've noticed, like, when people pop in the stream and they say, hey, you know, I really wanted to play, but it's really expensive. I get it, I do. You know, spending $200-300 is a lot, but Arena, you don't sell your cards back. So generally, I feel like Arena is the cheapest way to play competitive Magic because they've made the packs cheaper, and they've made it so the wild cards you can get what you want. So it's like, I get that it's expensive, but at the same time, like, Magic Online, the same deck is twice, 3 times as expensive because of how many free stuff you get. I don't really know how to explain that the right way, but man. But looking to 5, draw all lands. I don't know. I wish they could have some way to... How does Hearthstone do it? It's like you take a card and you melt it down and then you can forge it or whatever. I wish they had that, but they're making more money this way and people are spending their money, so... I don't know, it's a fine balance. I'm just gonna draw. Yeah, I'll take 5. We could have grasped the 1/1 and he couldn't have attacked here, which honestly we probably should have. No, we didn't draw this yet. But we're probably playing this next turn. So regardless of what we do here, this is going to be able to attack? Sure. So we get to grasp this. Go to combat, attack, grasp the 1/1. Hopefully it doesn't have another 1/1. So maybe the Lovestruck Beast won't be able to just kill me. Yeah, he's trying to escape Uro. Yeah, the economy of Magic Online versus Magic Arena is a very interesting conversation to have for sure. Okay, okay, we're kind of in this. We're always dead to a 1-1, like any random 1-1, but so spawn is going to be a 6/6 next turn. So then we're attacking for 9. And Rankle can hit for 10. So 8, 9, 10. I think that we have to do, at very minimum, the draw, in which case we also did the discard. This is like risky because he has Uro that can just come back. I think it might even be able to come back next turn. But that's like our only real path to victory there. We are so dead to a 1-1, just any random 1-1. Never not dead to a 1-1. Off to bed, see you tomorrow. Hey Captain, appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. I'll be on for another hour or so. Always appreciate you hanging out. That doesn't do it. No way. We got there? We didn't get there. Does he have like the... Oh, and he has another Bone Crusher Giant? No way, right? We got there. We're pretty lucky sometimes, you know? Okay, so 2-0? 2-0 with the Black Aggro so far? I don't mean to brag, but it's looking pretty good. 0 Aether Gust. Actually, no, I take that back. Against the Wreck deck, he did have Aether Gust. He did have Aether Gust, so... Yeah, 2-0. So let's see if we can get the trophy there. Little 3-0 action. Versing Slore. Yeah, this is a keep for sure. On the play, versing Yorion Sky Nomad. I haven't versed a companion in a while. After the nerf, they got pretty bad. Just pass the turn. Nothing to see here. Visionary, sure. Fine with this. Play a big dinosaur. Another visionary. I think it's a discard Rankle. And this way we can kill this. Get in for a lot. And then put the Black Lance on end step. ECD. I think he's still dead, right? Yeah, he's still dead. Going to game 2 here. Let's look. So he's playing like Abzan Control. So what's going on here? Yorion, Abzan Control. We saw a bunch of 3-mana 2/2s that drew him a card. I think I just bring in Duresses. Take out my removal spells. He's not playing Yorion, or he's not playing Uro. We'll just send it like this for now. Demonic Embrace might be coming out for just some random other removal spells in game 3. Doesn't seem to me like he's trying to block on the ground too much. Oh man. No, I can't keep this. If this was like one random land. Didn't we just have this discretion? Luckily we are on the draw. And yeah, could be pretty bad. Could be pretty bad. Maybe we should have gone to 5 here. I don't know. He's just gonna play a 2/2 here. If he has nothing, then maybe we're okay. Ugh. Come on. Well, it's okay. We won the first game, so maybe we can just get there somehow. Well, at least that's exiled, so Scoos doesn't eat it. Ugh, top? I'm not sure if we can beat a top. Yeah, we're just gonna go to next game here. Mulligan to 6, kept a 1-lander, a lot of 1-lands, never drew second. So he showed us Ooze and the other. So this kills both of them. Demonic Embrace is out. Some removal spells in. Four, 5. Something like this. Okay, well this is for the trophy. This is for the 3-0 right here. Keep. So our opponent took 1 mulligan. And his 80 card deck. He has no white, right? White off the top. Okay, the question is, do we duress? Do we duress, or do we keep the land because the land lets us draw off castle? If I keep the land, and then if I use castle, I'm going to be discarding it anyway. So I think it's just the land and to see what the 1 card is he drew. Well, drew land anyway. Yeah, he's got nothing. Visionary as like a chump blocker. So we have quite a few removal spells that just kill him here pretty much. That is not one of them. No reason to draw because I'm just going to be discarding it. I do have some 1-drops to draw, so I guess I just do this. That is a 1-drop. So he's going to be gaining some life. He can trade both of his creatures for Rotting Regisaur. That is a pretty good draw. Go to combat attack. That works with me. Cast this for less. Get his that back. Elspeth conquers death, huh? Okay, so still drawing okay. End turn. So non-creature spell costs more, that's fine. Rankle. So pumping doesn't do as much as this because this only does 3. Sadly, this doesn't kill him, but we're going to be discarding a card, drawing a card. So discard for him, draw for us. Eliminate costs more. He gets to have that combat gain. I don't know how much life is it, like 2, 3? Not sure when this fights how much life he gains. I'm assuming it's going to be fighting Rankle. 3 life? That's a lot. Oh, and he gets to fight something else? Man, that's brutal. Oh, and that? Pfft. I think we're just dead here. Maybe it would have been better to just pump and leave Rankle as the finishing after this, but then I can't get past Yorion. Yeah, 4-color Abzan, good stuff, kind of gets us here. Denies us the solid sweep. It is a good draw. Not sure if it's going to matter. Protection from multicolor. Is this wolf? 2 colors. Green and white. So, if we drew a serpent there, it would have been pretty good. How's he playing Yorion without Teferi? It just seems weird to me. Do I use Eliminate now on his wolf? Or do I wait? I don't think Gutterbones is doing anything here. I don't know. This seems strictly worse than playing Sultai. I guess white does give you Devout Decree, and he tops. That could be it for us here. Okay. So Rankle's now a good draw. Well, let's see what he topped. Okay. If it's Oath of Kaya, we're just dead. 710 Xaxes. Yorion also kills us. I think it's Oath of Kaya. Nothing. So I'm no longer going to attack with the Serpent. It's on blocking duty. And we are going to pass the turn. ECD. ECD is pretty good. And we're actually dead. Huh. Yeah. So we ended up 2-1 with Mono Black. It actually impressed me quite a bit. 2-1 solid. Let's look at the deck real quick and wrap up this video. See what changes I would make, if any. So Mono Black. Honestly, against aggressive decks, you don't want Demonic Embrace. Against control decks, you don't want Demonic Embrace. So I could see this as like sideboard tech and maybe play some sort of like card advantage something here, and I'm not sure what that would be. I was never really impressed with it. I never was able to like put it on something and attack for some crazy value. It just never really came up to that. So I give it a solid B as a deck overall. It definitely has play against the field. It has some of the best removal, as Black always does, and diverse removal is always good. I don't know. I'll look at this a little more and see if I can't find some sort of I don't know, shell for this, I guess. Like change it up a little bit. Maybe just straight Mono Black like Devotion with the 5-drop that drains is something that this deck wants to do. But YouTube, that's going to be it for this. Thank you for watching this long if you have. Please comment. I'm new to this whole content creation. I enjoy feedback. If you enjoy the new layout, let me know. And lastly, I'm going to go back to this real quick just to show you my times again. I do stream on Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 10 p.m. on Twitch, Saturday and Sunday from 7 till 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So YouTube, that's it. Mono Black Devotion 2-1, pretty solid. Look for Mono Green Devotion as well as Mono Red Devotion in the coming future. I'm not sure if I'll get Mono Red tonight, but it should be tomorrow at the minimum. And that's it. So just under an hour. Hope everyone has a good day. King out.